Hi. Welcome to our show.
Well, hi, everybody.
Coming to you somewhat live and semi-weekly from the QUAD M World Headquarters located in Helena's scenic North Valley, this is the QUAD M Show, and as always, we are your hosts. I am TJ.
And Jason.
Jason, good sir, how was your week?
Not bad. Work's kind of slowing down a little bit.
Fatty's taking a rest, are they?
A little bit, yeah. You know, they got to go back to school or whatnot.
I got to digest a little bit.
And it's the weekend, man. Oh, yeah, the weather was kind of shitty this weekend, so it was like, yeah, it was kind of hard to get outside the fence and do infidel shit because the weather was shitty.
Yeah. So,
but
so no airsoft again?
No. Went and hit a couple garage sales that were advertising like outdoor gear type stuff. Went and hit a few garage sales. I ended up picking up a really nice North Face sweeping bag and a sweeping pad for $5.
Whoa. Hold the front door here. Really, a North Face sleeping bag?
Yeah.
And a pad. What? That is a fucking screaming deal.
$5. Fuck yeah.
Did you check it for, any over and above wear and tear, moth holes, any of that type of shit, or?
It's fine. Great condition, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude. Nice.
Fucking
Good
A,
on ya.
indeed. Then, I went out to East Town to my buddy's place out there, and we're sitting around in we're kind of like, we're being the grumpy old men on the porch, whatever. We're watching his neighbors move, and they're loading up a couple trucks and making trips and whatnot.
Right,
and
okay.
we're sitting there, they leave to make a trip, and we look over in the dumpster, and here is my brand new 27-inch computer monitor that works just great.
And by my meaning that you dumpster dive, you grabbed it and took it home.
I grabbed it and took it home. Fucking
Nice.
cleaned her up, plugged her in, and works great.
27-inch, huh?
Yeah. It's
Jesus Christ. Alfred, you need to quit bringing people into the Burt Cave. Well, do you kind of have my little setup here where you're getting like the two monitors going at once, or?
I don't. I don't have a dual monitor card.
If you have one of your monitors, whether it be a real monitor or like that guy on the right there, that hands-free model, that has USB output. So you don't need to have, nowadays, you don't need to have the dual monitor card. You just need to have USB. And that's all that's running in there.
This is...
Because Windows will automatically pick it up.
Yeah, this just has normal monitor. The old school, triangle or trapezoid with a bunch of pins.
Yeah, your serial port, RGB, VHE, whatever.
The long, white, skinny, rectangular one with a little bunch of tiny holes in it.
Yeah.
And an HDMI.
Oh, that's what I meant, not USB, but HDMI. That's what I meant to say, not USB, HDMI. If it's got that HDMI output...
Yeah, my computer does.
You'd be able to run two monitors.
Okay.
Yeah, because my computer here, my main desktop here, it doesn't have a dual card. It picks it up from my main my HP monitor here is your regular serial port,
Monitor.
Monitor, and then that TV has the HDMI output.
Gotcha.
So it just runs straight to the computer. Windows picks it up because you can go into the display and you can say 2-monitor deal, number 1, number 2, and boom, there you go.
Fucking sweet.
Because then that way, with this being what it is, and I have my PS3 running into that second monitor, I can go ahead and say if I'm working on Enigma stuff on this guy, I go ahead and switch the input on that guy, and I go ahead and run Netflix or DVDs or whatever on that second monitor. See, so yeah, no, you and then I think most of these computer stores you can get these bases, like what I've got, where you can do the dual, hook it up dual monitor wise. And have that going. Shit, you can even get fancy and use a 4-monitor, but I have no need for 4-monitor.
I don't even have that many eyeballs, dude.
Well, like some people will run their main, then have their secondary for whatever, and then they'll have the one up here that'll run their TV, the Netflix, YouTube, whatever up here, And then this one being what the fuck ever. I don't know.
Those are the people that need to get outside.
Yeah, that would be serious fucking Burt Cave shit right there. I have to worry about you fucking. Oh, I can't tonight. I have work to do. Next thing I know, I'm fucking reading the paper about some crazed vigilante screaming about running from rooftop to rooftop, pelting criminals with airsoft pellets.
Extremely non-lethal.
Oh, so that was the computer accessory. Was that 27-inch monitor you were talking about there? Sweet. That's not too shabby. Yeah, I remember. I believe it was Saturday morning when I got your email about some one of the garage sailors there were selling some vintage Silver Age comic books for like $10 a pop, and I was looking at them. I'm like, I don't really have the $10 to spend on it.
They were.
And if they're garage sailing, they could probably go a little lower than $10.
They were like comic covers, like what you've got on your wall back here.
Oh, so they weren't actually comics; they were just like posters or art prints, the type of deal.
Yeah, and then they were, they must have been like they were like printed onto wood,
right? Not
poster board. It was like printed onto wood,
right? Yeah. Like when we go to break, you can actually take a look. Like basically all these replica ones. Yeah, that's all they are. Because I picked them up. I pick them up at. You get those shit and things at the weirdest damn places, like Bed Bath and Beyond, or where did I find most of those at? Was there's like 5 or 6 of them that I picked up over at like the Ross. Figure that shit out. If every woman in town is like screaming about going to Ross because they can find a fucking a moo that'll fit them for $1, and yet I go straight into the back where like the fucking pots and kitchen decor that no one will ever fucking buy, and then you got the wall hangings. Yeah, all that shit's back there. Pfft, okay, right on. Good for you, Ross. you make a dude want to come in there. Hey, more power to you. Oh yeah, no, my week in and of itself has just been fucking dreck and misery. Because one of the problems for myself, and I say this is a problem because this is like an annual event. When Old Man Winter decides to get up off his ass, grab his walker, and start, trudging his way towards Montana come late September, early October, the climate change, I don't know if it's barometric pressure, I don't know what the hell it is that causes this to happen, but the minute it's going to happen, my sinuses just go off the fucking rails. It's not allergies, it's not a head cold, it's just, for some reason, my body is just wanting to say, okay, winter's coming. And this is when it's going to be real. This is almost going to be like on distemper level bad, because we had that little bit of, not miserable cold, but where you gave me the oddball look saying you're wearing shorts. Summer is over. I'm like, no, it's not. But it dipped down like in the 50s, and I think the overnight lows were in the 30s, and then it comes back up, and like it's supposed to be in the 80s this weekend. And so, like, yep. for like the next month, these sinuses, Advil is going to be getting crazy amounts of money from me in purchasing their decongestion medicine.
You're gonna get on a list for crack making.
Oh my god! I mean, it's bad. I mean, I just and like I said, it's not a cold. It's not the flu. It's not some sort of contagion type deal. But I just become this horrible, nasty, mucusy mess, and it sucks. Because I end up having to call out of work because I get just the fucking migraines involved are just ugh. Like how I'm usually sensitive to bright light. I'm always with the sunglasses and shit.
Uh-huh.
And like today, I stepped outside for a little bit and it was like I couldn't even with the sunglasses on. It was damn near too much to fucking bear. It's bad, and I don't. Like I said, probably, the smoking probably doesn't help that either. Get that, smoking congeal shit, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor. Maybe I should check and see if Doogie Howser's taking appointments. Dr. Kill Patient. Is Trapper John still around? I don't know. But
I don't know. You'd end up getting the guy from Scrubs.
The dead one.
The janitor. You just need to man up, pussy.
Yep, that's not all right. Get you kicking the ass and send you on your way. That, you know, honestly, if I could be a doctor, I would probably have the same fucking bedside manner as Buford T. Justice. Do you remember him?
Yes.
Yeah. Just kick him in the ass. Now that's an attention grabber.
That's an attention getter.
He was like Foghorn Leghorn in real life.
Man up, pussy! Man up, pussy! What's the matter, son? I say, what's the matter? You got yourself the sniffles?
All right.
Hell, son, you ain't on your deathbed.
All right. Now do Foghorn Leghorn as a WWE ring announcer. Go.
Coming down, I say, coming down the aisle, weighing 234 pounds, I say big, that is. From Calgary, I say Calgary. Dramatic pause, Alberta, Canada. Here's Brett, the Hitman Harter.
All right.
There was a buddy of mine. Well, I mean, this is way, way, way back in the day. First time I ever went to Canada. It was 1994. We went as a post, like a graduation celebration.
Sure.
And this is back in the days before passports.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, from Montana kids, we could go to Canada. 18's the drinking age. You goddamn rights we're going to have us a good time.
Yeah, and you can cross the border, and the Mounties are like, "What are you going to be doing in Canada, there, eh?" And you're gonna, "I'm going to go get drunk," and they're like, "Have a nice time, eh?" And
yeah. See, that's the funny little bit about that was we actually tried to be cute and try to be like, "No, we're just going to the Calgary Zoo," and they're like, "Pull over there and step out of the car." Of course, they looked at the car. Everything was clean. We were fine. You know, they did their little thing. All right, guys, go to the zoo. Okay, bye. You know, and then load up at the annex on fucking cases of Labatt's and Molson. But we pull into Calgary. We get into our hotel, as we're pulling into town, we're flipping through the radio stations, as I'm so apt to want to do. You know, find some good music, whatever. We came across an ad for the WWE SummerSlam Series Tour Extravaganza, right? They're doing their little warm-up tour before SummerSlam was coming that year. And we looked at each other, both as wrestling fans. We says, fuck yes, we are going. So we got ourselves some pretty decent seats. You know, I mean, they weren't nosebleed, but they were like right in the middle, so you could see all the action clear, plain as day. Really, at the Olympic Saddle Dome, there isn't a bad seat in the house. It's a great fucking venue. And I was able to see really all of my favorite stars because my guy was always Bret the Hitman Hart. He was always my number one wrestler. You're in Calgary, fucking Alberta, Canada, hometown. Yes, you're gonna fucking. So we got to see Bret Hart versus Owen Hart, Shawn Michaels and Diesel, Kevin Nash defend the WWF Tag Team belts against the Head Shrinkers, and oh god, who else was there? Oh, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. Jim Neidhart, I think, was there. I'd have to go back and look, but I mean, it was a good stacked card. I mean, this was actually well worth the fucking $15 per ticket I think we paid back in the day. And then, of course, coming back, we just told them we went and saw the wrestling. We did this and that, and they said, "Okay, fine, you're on your way." With all of our fucking leftover booze hidden in my truck. You remember my old what was it? My old Toyota pickup.
Yeah,
the little tiny one. I had that back in the day. It was I hadn't even had that for like a month. So we had like all the fucking booze like stashed behind the seat. I love Canada. Welcome back home, eh? You got it. Oh, man. All right. So let's go ahead here. And also, too, just you know, as a final little thing for how my week went. I went I went on another date with the gal that I had been, kind of doing the off and on thing there, and I don't think there'll be any future dates. Well, I think nice gal, but I think she might be a little too nice for me. And I think when we went and saw Don't Breathe, which I'll be doing a review here in the second segment. And I think she realized how dark my humor was, and I think it might have been just a little dark for her.
Yeah.
Because it was a couple days later, and I got the text, I don't think I really want to be in a relationship. And I'm like, hey, all right, cool, whatever. I'm not, emotionally involved, but I think when she started realizing just, the kind of depraved person that I really am.
Sure, yeah.
Which is sad, because, I would like to actually be in a relationship with a nice person for once. Someone that doesn't really have baggage.
Yeah, but nice people can't deal with a sense of humor so dark it has to ride at the back of the bus.
Yeah, kind of. Right at the back of the... Oh, man. Wow. Oh, it's going to be one of them shows.
Hi. Welcome to our show.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, no, it's one of those deals where, I've always said it. I think I'm too nice for the bad girls, but I'm too much of an asshole for the nice girls. So I'm in this weird gray area that it's going to take a special kind of nice weirdo to really appreciate. But anyways, so yeah, there was that. But let's go ahead and as I try to kill a little bit more time here for the second segment, let's go ahead and cover the top 10 towns checking out the QUAD M show, QUAD M website, Enigma, and all that fun stuff.
Okay.
And after the SuperCon, pretty much everyone on the eastern side of Montana has pretty much said "fuck you." So
I'm sure. Yeah,
they said, "All right, we've had enough of you. You can be on your way now."
Yeah, it was just a bunch of people using the same Wi-Fi location.
Pretty much. All right. So in at number 10, we have North Creek, Washington. And I couldn't.
Sounds
really,
rustic.
and I'm not sure where specifically. And I went to Google Maps, and it wasn't like it was centrally located. It wasn't like near Spokane or near Seattle or near Tacoma.
It was just there.
It was just there. So it's like, hey, thanks, Grizzly Adams. In at number 9, once again, my favorite out of town spot, Salt Lake City, Utah.
All right.
I love the fact that we got the people down there. It makes me want to go do the shows even more. In at number 8, talk about the surrounding areas, Ogden, Utah.
Huh.
So probably that same fan was using the Wi-Fi connection in another town. In at number 7, Dallas, Texas. The fine folks over there in Dallas.
All right.
That's actually a place that maybe when it comes retirement age, that may be a place where I'd want to go. Texans are a little bit goofy, but, goddamn, they love their guns. They love the ability for us folk to have the rights to just, the old good old-fashioned American rights that we were given. They don't question the shit. They just say, hey, God and country, go out and shoot shit.
Yeah, sure.
And really, if
Montana's almost the same way. Not as what's that word? You're liberal with their gun laws as Texas, but
yeah. Well, I think they're a little more liberal per se. What with hell into the state capital and Missoula being Missoula, because Missoula. But we still have,
I wasn't using the word liberal in a political sense.
Yeah, I just tend to, it'd be what it be. But anyways, the fine folks in Dallas, Texas, bring us in.
We don't do politics.
Not on this show, we don't. I thought about it once, and I says, fuck no. I don't need to be opening up that fucking Hell's Gate, that Pandora's box. Fuck that.
Yeah,
No
there's
way.
like 3 things you don't talk about: politics, religion, and her.
Yeah, and her. Number 6, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Which, maybe that's where that Houghton came from last week. Maybe it was the Houghton of Michigan. I'm not sure. In at number 5, San Ramon, California. And I think we have a California trifecta here because at number 4, San Jose.
Giggity.
Home of the Sharks.
All right.
And the Pond.
And the pond.
And the Pond. I think that's what they call their arena for the the San Jose Sharks. I don't know. It's been a while since I've really watched hockey. Like a long time since I watched hockey. In at number 3, Union City, California. So to that I say, again, Derek, thank you. In at number 2, Chicago and the greater Chicago area, including our good friends in Arlington Heights.
All right.
And at number 1, Helena.
Try again.
Helena, Montana. The home team is back at it again. There's part of me that's actually wondering, and I can't truly test it, but I'm wondering if when I, go in and access the web, not actually access the website, but I access Squarespace to work on website stuff.
Yeah.
If that's dinging it.
Huh.
And the reason I say that is because Glendive shot to number 1. And it's not like I go in there a fucking bunch of times, but, I'll go in to, occasionally check numbers, update the website, do all that type of stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering if that has an effect, because if it is, that kind of, I'm not a fan of it skewing the numbers that way.
Contact Squarespace.
Yeah, because I can't, fucking Google doesn't answer nobody for shit. Assholes. All right, and before we wrap this guy up, we have ourselves a Z-List Celebrity Follower of the Week.
Okay.
This comes to us, obviously from Twitter, a fine actor by the name of Kyle Hester. And Kyle Hester, according to his IMDb profile that he wrote himself, Kyle Hester was born in New Orleans, Louisiana, to a professional football player, Ray Hester of the New Orleans Saints, and a cheerleader mother, Hollis Huntoon. 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 His inspiration to act came early in life, starting out in drama class in junior high. Kyle then attended the High School for the Performing and Visual Arts in Houston, Texas. He double majored in theater and dance in his senior year. His film career, now this is what makes him a Z-list celebrity for us. His film career has taken him to both sides of the camera, including being one of the staff that built the third scale sets for Team America.
All right.
Fuck yeah! And for his acting credits, we got a couple of movies here. The Book of Daniel, The Chair, and the soon-to-be-released Zombie with a Shotgun.
Zombie with a Shotgun.
Indeed, and he's also hitting the Facebook and the Twitter hard, trying to promote the Indiegogo funding for his next film project, Preacher 6, which...
And he rocks a glorious mullet.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I believe that's the picture from Zombie with a Shotgun. I believe that's one of those promotional stills for that movie. Yeah, so with that, Mr. Hester, thank you very much for following us on the Twitter. And so with that, we will go ahead and we will wrap up our first segment of the Quad M Show. Come on back, visit us for a spell. We got some Fred G. Sanford, we got some hot takes for you. So by all means, stay tuned.
Have you checked out QuadMProductions.com lately? QuadMProductions.com is your direct access hookup to order Enigma the comic book series and download the Quad M podcast. Check the appearances page for upcoming events and contact us with questions or comments. Don't be the only lonely soul who's missing out on all the fun. Visit us today at QuadMProductions.com. That's QuadMProductions.com.
Welcome back to the second segment of this here Quad M Show. We are your hosts. I am TJ.
Jason.
And as always, the second segment is brought to you in part by Mirror Salon and Spa. Now, I know you guys are seeing those pics online and you're saying to yourselves, damn, how does TJ get that awesome hair? Well, kids, as I tell you every week, a very small part of it is genetics. The big credit, however, goes to Shauna and all the fine folks over at Mirror. Now, if you're in the Helena area, make your reservations today for all your hair, nail, lash extension, permanent eyeliner, or spa needs. Walk-ins are always welcome. Tell them Quad M sent you and get yourself $5 off any service they provide. That's Mirror Salon and Spa. Give them a call today, 406-603-0644, or stop on in at 2043 North Last Chance Gulch in Helena. That's Mirror Salon and Spa. Spa. Well, we got ourselves a little bit of a... Well, we'll find out how jam-packed it is when we actually wrap all the shit up. I always say it's jam-packed, and then it turns out that it's fucking 5 minutes of fluff that I need to kind of figure some shit to fill in there. But let's go ahead and get right into it with a double dose, a double hit of Fred G. Sanford Award goodness for the week.
Okay.
All right, so first up on the SGF Award for Stupidity and Greatness, a smart dildo company is sued for tracking users' habits.
You big dummy.
Did you see this one?
I may have read the headline, but I didn't delve into the story. I heard enough at smart dildo. And
as opposed to a dumb dildo, which we know plenty of. Oh, okay. So the article comes from vocative.com. A woman is suing her dildo manufacturer. I'm sorry, just right out of the gate.
Right.
So a woman is suing her dildo manufacturer for knowing too much about when and how she uses it. A few weeks ago, 2 researchers told the DEF CON hacking convention audience that the WeVibe smart sex toys send a lot of data about their users back to the company that makes them. According to Courthouse News, one WeViber took this news very, very hard. A woman known only as NP filed a class action civil lawsuit in a federal court in Illinois against Standard Innovation, which makes the WeVibe line of sex toys and corresponding app. There's an app for that, too.
Okay.
The smartphone app lets users customize their WeVibe experience. Unlock app-only bonus vibration modes, such as the cha-cha-cha and the crest. I love just the look on your face.
What the fuck? I mean...
Things.
Okay.
And create unlimited custom playlists, according to the product's website. In the suit, NP says she bought a WeVibe in May and used it several times until she realized it was sending data about her usage practice back to Standard Innovation's servers, including when she used it, which vibration settings she used, and her email address. The 2 researchers, known only as Follower and Goldfisk.
All right.
I can't make this shit up. Said they discovered the amount of data the app transmitted back to Standard Innovation when looking for security flaws. Common practice. After the presentation, a spokesperson for the company told CNET it would clarify its terms and conditions to make it more obvious that the app could transmit data, which was mostly anonymized. Mostly.
There is mostly anonymous.
It's kind of like being a little pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Was being used for market research. It would also add the ability to opt out. The company also posted a commitment to customer privacy and security on its website.
Now, page 2.
Wow. There's a page 2.
Yeah. That was either not good enough for NP or it came too late. And given what information the WeVibe collects, it's easy to see why she would be particularly sensitive here. She is accusing Standard Innovations of consumer fraud, unjust enrichment, intrusion upon seclusion. That'd be a great name for a band and a song.
Intrusion on seclusion.
Intrusion upon seclusion.
Typo negative.
God rest your soul, Peter Steele. And violating the Federal Wiretap Act and the Illinois eavesdropping statute and asking for punitive damages. The Wii Smart Vibrator.
Wow. Okay. Kudos to the company for having enough balls to...
She's at it again. Golly, lady. Part of that marketing research is shit, you know, your eHarmony, your Match, your fucking find a date adult friend tracker. Are you lonesome tonight?
Yeah, she deserves the award for being dumb enough to buy a
smart dildo
vibrator hooked up to the internet. That's like buying a fucking jug of Jerkins that's got a built-in webcam.
God. Oh. And next up, and I think this will go right along with your whole back of the bus statement from earlier.
Oh.
Hitler costume approved by Alice Springs teacher for Book Week as Jewish students are on hand to visit the school.
You big dummy.
Oh, fucking awesome. Okay, you can that's just fucking brilliant right there. Oh my God. Sure, you can dress up as Hitler's
during book review month. But make sure to do it when our Jewish friends are coming in to stop by for a visit. Story goes as such. The principal of St. Philip's College, Roger Herbert, said the school deeply regretted the decision to allow a student to come dressed as Adolf Hitler at its special assembly for Book Week, which occurred in front of a group of exchange students from a Jewish school in Melbourne. He was named as being among the best dressed.
Oh, good for you.
Herbert said that he apologized to both the Jewish students and the principal of Bialik College in Melbourne, Australia, stating the school deeply regretted the incident.
You big cold-blooded dummy.
The student had been given permission from a teacher prior to arriving at the school dressed as Hitler. In a busy school, the student did go to a respected staff member and said, "Is this okay?" And the staff member said, "Yes," Mr. Herbert told ABC Radio. Now she is absolutely shattered that she said that, and I'm really concerned about her well-being.
Yeah, concerned about her well-being. I bet. It's fucking Australia, man.
Australian for racism. Bialik College principal Jeremy Stowe Lidner said it was an unfortunate incident, but children were unpredictable. And St. Philip's had taken the right action since the incident. Well, I mean, they apologized. What do you want?
Come on.
I understand that no malice was intended, and I guess the coincidence of Jewish children visiting from Melbourne is a learning opportunity for the community, and that the principal assures me this is a #1 priority.
I bet.
As part of the nationwide annual school event, children are encouraged to dress up as their favorite character for a parade or assembly in celebration of children's literature. What children's book? Mein Kampf? What children's book is this kid reading that Adolf Hitler is his favorite character?
I don't know.
Addie goes a-courtin'. See Ava Braun run. Run, Ava Braun, run. Oh, good Lord in heaven. So to you, standard innovation. And to you, St. Philip's College. Congratulations. You guys have won this week's Reggie Sanford Award for Stupidity.
You dummy!
What the fuck did they think when they made a vibrator with fucking internet access? What the fuck did that bitch think when she bought one?
Cha-cha-cha.
Serious.
Oh, I can download new vibration patterns? Sign me up.
Oh, shit.
All the greatest technology in the world available at our fingertips. And apparently other body parts as well.
Indeed.
Let's get into some hot takes.
Let's do that.
And the sign gotta say hot! You gotta say hot! You gotta say hot!
As I made mention in the segment past, went and saw a movie this past weekend.
Okay.
And now I'm not, despite what a lot of people say, I really don't watch that much TV anymore.
Sure.
Most of my encyclopedic knowledge of TV ends at about 1993. So didn't really catch too many trailers on this bad boy, but Don't Breathe is a new movie that came out, directed by, and I know I'm going to screw this guy's name up, Fede Alvarez, Fede. Fede? I have no idea. Directed by Fede Alvarez and starring Stephen Lang. The movie is basically the main premise of this movie is you got these three late teens, early 20s, millennials, I don't know, who are kind of like career thieves. Okay, they find easy targets. They go in, jack the places up, making sure that what they steal is under $10K. So then that way it's just robbery, not larceny. Very smart kid within the group saying, setting these guidelines down. And they come to find there is a blind Gulf War veteran who has come into like a crazy amount of money. And they figure he's blind. This will be an easy mark. This is an easy target. We'll get him. We'll get the cash. And then we're going to be on our way to California, trying to get out of the vast wasteland known as Detroit, Michigan. Okay.
Sure.
So as it turns out, they go to this house. Wackiness thereby ensues. Come to find out that this blind Gulf War veteran really isn't as helpless as they once thought.
Okay.
So, with that being said, now, I went into this movie with no prior expectation, no thought. I just said, you know what? Of all the movies that are in place, this ought to be a great date movie. Not so much. It's not really, like a lot of people when I was talking to them afterwards saying, oh, that's like a horror film, right? And I was like, it's not a horror film as it is just an excellent suspense thriller. This is really a good movie. I fucking enjoyed it all the way across. Now, when I first started watching it, I think maybe it's just, after the last couple weeks of kind of living in the CinemaSins channel, there are some scenes where I'm just immediately going, okay, bing, 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 bing. But I didn't let that play against me. Right at the opening, the first house they're breaking into and doing, like, one of the dudes like fucking pissing all over everywhere. And I'm like, dude, if you got any fucking priors and you're pissing all over, that's DNA evidence, dipshit. What the fuck? You're worried about fucking 10K and not getting caught? It's shit like that that's gonna fucking get you caught.
Indeed.
You big dummy.
You big dummy!
Going through this movie, I'm not going to say that it was original because a lot of people out there were like saying this was like there was way too many comparisons with, I believe, that Jodie Foster movie Panic Room, if you remember that from like the 90s.
Oh, I remember seeing that.
And I think like Dwight Yoakam was one of the criminals, was one of the guys that broke into the house. and so there was a lot of similarities there, but from my take, from my thought, I found it to be very an interesting original take in what Hollywood has become of just rehash after rehash after rehash. It was actually nice having this breath of fresh air when it came to a movie.
Okay.
Like I said, it's a suspense thriller. It's not a horror film. Now there are plenty of jump scares, right, that take place. I'd probably count maybe about 4 or 5 decent, really good ones. And I say good ones because of the simple fact that they're not there for cheap jump scares. Like someone kind of rounds the corner and the hand gets them on the shoulder, and it's their friend, and then they move on. I mean, these jump scares are actually genuine danger involved. and Stephen Lang, his name first popped up to me when after Deadpool, the Deadpool movie came out, and at the very end, when you leave the theater and I stick around for the post-credit shit.
Yep.
They were immediately talking about, Deadpool 2 is going to be out, blah, 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 and, there might be somebody named Cable, and all that. And so, immediately afterward, fucking internet's ablaze, and this actor, Stephen Lang, is, chomping at the bit, wanting to play the role of Cable. Did a little research, because I hadn't really heard of this guy before, saw him in this movie, and I was like, that's Stephen Lang. And this dude is, our parents' age. He's, in his, late 50s.
Okay.
And he is built like a fucking brick house, man. He is fucking solid and dangerous looking. You've seen Avatar?
Yeah.
How many times?
A couple.
Okay. The evil colonel, what's his name? Or the evil marine, Quatrich?
Oh, yeah.
Quatrich with the scars. That's Stephen Lang.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's the guy that wants to play Cable. That's the guy that plays this blind Gulf War veteran.
Gotcha. All right.
And so as you go through the as you go through the movie, you come to find out, like I said, how dangerous this guy really is, and it almost becomes like this blind advocacy movie, when he gets a hold of it, because he's got guns all over the fucking place, he's got various instruments and weapons of and it's a testament to the sound editors on this movie, as to him pinpointing the sound to fire the gun in the direction of wherever the sound is coming from. And I'll go, when I get into my little pros and cons about the movie, I'll kind of touch on my thoughts on that.
Okay.
Bullshit. So at its core, I'm gonna strongly recommend, maybe not spend your money to go see this movie. I mean, I'm talking to you in particular. You out in the audience, take the time, go to the fucking theater and see this movie. It is fucking worth it. It's just a nice change of pace. It's not, goofy, stupid-ass fucking slasher horror. It is suspenseful. It's like the way Jaws was suspenseful.
Sure.
They'll classify it as a horror film, but really it's just suspense. When's that shark going to pop up? That type of deal. Pros and cons on the movie. Here again, proof that Stephen Lang should be cast as Cable for Deadpool 2. The guy is just fucking intense and would really fit the role well. Again, excellent, simple, and tense as hell. This is a movie you can just sit down and watch. It's not convoluted plots. It's fucking straightforward. It's easy to get into. It's like I said, it's not a bunch of bullshit. It's basically three people in a fucking house being fucking chased down by a fucking crazed blind Gulf War veteran and his big ass dog. And now I know that you're not going to, until you see this movie, you're not going to get this reference.
Okay.
For those of you that have seen this movie, you'll understand this reference. My final pro, the turkey baster. And I in parentheses I put down jump funny, because I really if I get too much into this, it's going to ruin some of the twists in the end. Suffice to say, shit starts going down in the third act, and I'm sitting there, and again, I'm here with this gal that this is like the second date I've been on with. And shit starts going down, and I'm like, oh, this may not have been a good fucking movie to take this gal to, because, again, she's so fucking nice, and I'm a degenerate. This might not be great. Turkey baster, and I just start fucking laughing my ass off. Again, that probably sealed the deal of no more dates with this gal once my laughter starts up. When you see this, and like I said, this is a must-see. When you see it, you see that turkey baster, my friend, you are going to piss yourself laughing.
Okay.
The cons, the downsides to this movie. There's no, there's no protagonist. There's no good guy. There's no hero of the film. There's not really anybody that you root for. You end up having to root for these three criminals just by proxy, because it's like, okay, these guys fucked up and they went to the wrong fucking house. But at the end of the day, they're fucking criminals. They're career thieves. They're getting what they fucking deserve, They're like the idiot kids in a fucking Friday the 13th movie. You want to see them die. You want to see horrible things happen to them. this crazed Gulf War veteran. You want to root for him because he's a victim, but then as you come to go through the movie and character development happens, you find out exactly what kind of psycho this fucking dude is. It's like there's nobody really to root for. While I appreciate that, I mean, it's definitely a different take on something like that. It's kind of hard not to have somebody to root for. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Second con in this. The twist.
It just represents the dichotomy that is man.
Oh, here we go. Professor Jason Von Bert, psychologist extraordinaire. The third act, there's a twist within the third act that kind of really brings home how fucking psychotic this Gulf War veteran is. And I understand they just really wanted to drive home the pain in this and the tragedy that this guy had, but I thought the twist was just a little bit. Movie could have probably done without it. But here again, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have the turkey baster. So I'm kind of at odds with it. But I'll say the third act twist wasn't too keen on. It's okay. It still gives you a really fucked up story, but not so much. And then finally, the very end of the film, the denouement, to me, it felt tacked on. It felt like, like when the movie initially goes to black, you're like, fucking excellent movie, great, fantastic. Then you get like the postscript, and it kind of felt to me like, when you have those additional scenes or alternate endings on a Blu-ray disc. And you'll go through because you're bored and you'll watch them. Yeah. And you're like, okay, cool. That's great. I'm glad they didn't throw that in because it wasn't needed. Well, they threw it in. And it just kind of, I don't know if it was padding runtime or what they were doing. It was like 5 minutes that really, we didn't need. So in closing, what I will say for Don't Breathe, I say this is definitely a must-see. If nothing for just tense, exciting movie. It's 90 minutes that you are not going to feel that you've wasted. Out of a 10, I'm going to give it an 8.5. I thought it was really well done. Small cast, simple story, very tense, very exciting, suspenseful thriller, plenty of jump scares, and one really good jump laugh. So an 8 out of 5.
All right, 8 out of 5.
That is a must-see from TJ. All right, so Jason, you have some Harley Quinn movie news for us.
Yeah,
what the hell was that?
You heard that too?
Yes.
Okay. I must have bumped my dealy bobber with the kerjiggers. That makes the thingy go across the what's it.
No, it's all just craziness. Just ensues.
Well, this is I just read this today, but Margot Robbie is going to produce the Harley Quinn movie.
Oh, she's going to be a producer.
Yes. Signed a deal with Warner Brothers to executive produce a solo Harley Quinn film. And that's about all there is so far.
Well, if after Suicide Squad, and hopefully with the upcoming Batman film, I'm not going to put any faith as far as lightening the fucking tone when it comes to Justice League, because Snyder is still directing that. And after a bunch of his interviews involve, where he starts talking about, fucking all the dark side of shit and fucking dark violence and rape and all that. And God almighty, they picked the wrong fucking dude to helm the DC cinematic universe, I'll tell you that. But what I will say is that if, they can lighten that tone up, a little bit, I don't know why it wouldn't be a good movie. Margot Robbie, I said that when we did the review. Margot Robbie fucking knocked it out of the park as Harley Quinn. And Harley Quinn is a popular enough character that it's going to sell tickets. Add that to the fact that they kind of touched on, the origin in Suicide Squad. Uh-huh. But there was a lot of cut scenes that they kind of just shoved off to the side. Yep. So, I don't know if they, if they plan on doing an origin story or kind of a, across, origin and back in flashbacks. I mean, I don't know. I think as news comes in, we could probably see what happens.
I don't know. Maybe it's Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
Oh, we should be so lucky. Oh, we should be so lucky.
Remember that one? I don't remember which one, dude. There's a Poison Ivy, but she looked more like a bale of hay.
Not Uma Thurman.
No, was that one of the cons?
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. No, it looked more like the Jolly Green Giant, except it was more horizontal than vertical. Some people in this world should not be wearing tights and spandex. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Some people shouldn't.
Well, companies shouldn't make them in all sizes.
I don't think they intended it to be all sizes. We're a couple of cruel fucking bastards this week, aren't we?
Indeed.
Well, let's lighten up the mood a little bit here, shall we?
Sure.
Thor Ragnarok is currently in filming, and our good buddy Chris McClanahan, when he gave his little shout out to us for the 50th episode, kind of reminded me, we haven't talked to our good friend in a while. And You're so forward. You're looking so forward to this call, aren't you?
Yeah, it's great.
So, it's been a while since we talked to our buddy, and we haven't gotten really any updates from him regarding the Thor Ragnarok and just kind of seeing what's going on. So I thought, hey, well, let's go ahead and give Taika a little bit of a call. Let's catch up with him for a couple minutes, shall we?
I'm going to say no, but you're going to do it anyway.
We're doing it anyway. Let's go ahead here and we'll dial up the phone. All right. One ringy dingy. Two ringy dingy.
Waititi residence, Taika speaking.
Oh, fuck, it's you. Is it?
Oh, I recognize that. Nathan, how's it going, buddy?
Great.
Oh, that's awesome. Is TJ over there, too?
Yeah, he's here, too.
I'm right here, Taika. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, TJ, I'm doing fantastic. It's great. Hey, I've been listening to the show. You guys are sounding really, really good. After you bought that mixer, it doesn't sound like garbage anymore. Congratulations.
and TJ figured out how to turn the dot on the mic the correct way.
Hey, thanks, Taika. Didn't know we were hot garbage to you.
It's not that bad. I mean, the episodes that I'm in are fantastic.
Of course.
I'm sure they are.
So what's happening, guys? What's going on?
Well,
Big switch.
stretch. So, we're here for an interview, man. And we won't keep you long because you're busy filming the Thor Ragnarok.
That's a busy.
Busy. So how's it going on set?
Oh, it's fantastic out here.
Fantastic.
Yes. We're out here. We're filming in Brisbane, Australia, and everybody's just a tweet to work with. I know there's a lot of reports out there. Everyone's saying that Taika Waititi didn't have a plan. Well, I didn't really. I said my plan is always this: I have a script. And we go ahead and we produce a fantastic film based off of the script, and everybody's just having such a good time. I don't know why people like Joss Whedon had all the problems that they was having with the Marvel Studios, and how do you like to say it? Had a bunch of sand in his vagina?
Yes, sand in his vagina.
His vagina, his pooter.
Yeah, everybody's getting a sandy vagina.
Post-hodigos. Yeah, and you know what the best part of filming here is?
What?
The buffet tables.
The buffet table.
Yes, and for the life of me, I can't remember what the hell they call it. Catering! That's the word I'm looking for, catering! Oh, like today? Ooh, today was Taco Tuesday.
But it's Thursday.
I said Tuesday. We're in Australia. They don't recognize things like Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. Enchilada.
Enchilada Tuesday.
Enchilada Wednesday. It's not really authentic Mexican food.
Oh, how could it be?
Because it's made of kangaroo. Yeah, no, so I gotta load up on tacos today. It's gonna be fantastic. You know, every so often, Taika Waititi likes to get himself a little bit of action with the production assistants.
Uh-huh.
Thursday night is also Taika Waititi Dutch oven night.
That isn't right, man.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so you were asking about Natalie. You were asking about Natalie Portman.
Yeah. Did you Dutch oven her outside?
Oh, hot box.
A Dutch oven, Natalie Portman.
Didn't kill her with Indian food and Guinness, but you know. No, you know, she, it was kind of one of those crazy things that the folks over at Marvel just, everything that I heard about, they just plain didn't write her in the script. So, you know, we won't have the character of Jane Foster in this movie. That's okay. Foster's is Australian food. We're not going to pay Natalie Portman crazy money.
Take it. You're witty today.
Yeah, you know, Taco Thursday.
Speaking of witty, there's reports from the internets that the Thor movie is being too funny. You guys, what the hell's going on down there, man?
What kind of shenanigans are you running, Taika?
Well, you know, okay, fellas, here's the thing about that. Everybody knows, based on the movies I do, you know, I'm kind of a fun-loving guy, you know, and joking and ha-ha. But the fact of the matter is that when it comes to Thor, it's very heavy. So sometimes you gotta bring the funny, a little bit. You know, that's what separates us from that DC universe, you know. Ben Affleck is Batman. What the hell were they thinking over there?
Fucking A.
Yeah, it's white. But you know, so here again, I understand where Marvel was coming from. So I had to make some concessions. I had to take out the pie fighting contest, and and of course the big car chase scene. You know, that I was stealing Wibbly from Smokey the Bandit and the Cannonball 1. They didn't want those in there. They said that's not a Thor movie. So I said, okay, I'll go ahead and do that. But just wait for those wacky Three Stooges hijinks going on between Thor and the Hulk. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, I bet. Nick.
That's right. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hulk smash. And Thor coming up with thou art a wise guy, eh? Good times had by all. What else we got on the question list?
On the question list, we got reports of a Doctor Strange cameo.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, you know, because that's what Marvel was very big on, the cameo appearances. And Benedict Cumberbatch, you know, he's going to be playing as...
Who?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Use that name in a sentence, please.
I had to apply topical ointment to help alleviate my symptoms of Benedict Cumberbatch. Is that the sentence you were looking for?
Oh, shit.
So anyways, we're gonna have, Benedict Cumberbatch is starring as the Doctor Strange in the upcoming Doctor Strange film, and you know Marvel loves those cameos, but you know we gotta be very, very quiet. This is just between me and you two, and of course all 5 of your listeners. So nobody will really know about the truth.
Your secret is safe with us.
Yeah, you bet it is, Taika.
Oh, thank you all so much. God bless. I think I believe in God. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Taika Waititi's stance is on religion.
Well, that's not really important.
Not for this conversation, it ain't.
So if this goes well, are you going to stick around for Thor 4?
Ooh, Thor 4.
Thor 4.
Thor 4. I'm
back in the saddle again.
Yeah, I think next time we'll do it in the cowboy movies. Thor the Hulk, traversing the wild, wild west. I don't care. I don't care. Asgard will have a wild, wild west. Why not? I'm down for that.
Oh shit!
I'm Taika Waititi. I'm down for that. Yes.
And Ben Affleck is the 1800s steampunk Batman.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go, guys. I gotta go get some more tacos because it's Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Taika. Thanks for the visit.
Yeah, that's great.
Kris appreciates it.
That's for you, Kris, fucker.
All right, so let's go ahead here. A couple things before we decide to wrap this up. I was, our local Hastings and really all Hastings everywhere. They're winding down. They're trying to close it up. And I was happening through, and saw some magazines.
Okay.
And the titles of these magazines kind of threw me for a loop because they didn't sound like regular mainstream magazines. So I got to thinking, what magazines sound like porno magazines? What porno magazines sound like regular magazines? I thought, you know what? This would be a great game for Bert.
Oh, good. So I got to guess if there were...
This would be... It's very simple.
Okay.
I will give you... And I have 10 titles here, so this will be a quick game. I have 10 magazine titles. Your goal is to tell me whether or not they are a legitimate mainstream magazine or if they're a porno mag.
Okay.
Okay? Simple. Real simple. Okay. So number 1, Score.
Porno.
It is a porn magazine focusing on large-breasted women.
All right.
And that's one you can jot down there.
1 point. 1 point.
Magazine number 2. Are you ready?
Ready.
Magazine number 2. Ballers.
What?
Ballers.
That's like a real magazine?
You're going with real magazine?
Yeah.
It's a basketball magazine.
2 points. Okay.
Okay, are we ready for number 3?
Go.
When Saturday Comes.
That's a real magazine.
Is it because I'm reading it dirty? Is it? When Saturday Comes. Are you going to go with, you're going with a real mainstream magazine?
Yeah.
It's a soccer magazine.
All right. Doing well.
You are 3 for 3.
Okay.
I'll just, you know what? I'm going to throw you through. I'm just going to read them all dirty. Yeah.
Do that.
Number 4, Genesis.
That's porn.
Yeah. It's a porn magazine. Porn magazine featuring pretty much XXX movie stars. Number 5, Gurgle.
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 Ooh, I'm torn.
No, I don't have that magazine on here. Sorry.
I'm going to go with real magazine with Gurgle.
Gurgle?
Yeah.
Yes, and its tagline is the magazine for the modern mom. It's
Wow.
a baby magazine.
So I'm at 5 for 5.
You are. I think you're going to knock this out of the park.
Okay.
It's either that you know your real life or you know your porn. One of the two.
Yep.
Number 5, Chic.
Chic.
Yes.
Ooh.
CHIC. Chic.
I'm going to go with porn.
Going with porn.
Porn.
Yes, it is a sister publication of Hustler, provided to us by the fine Mr. Larry Flint.
Wow. Thank you, Larry.
Thanks, Larry.
Uncle Larry.
Uncle Larry.
You're welcome, Bert.
That wasn't a too bad first time Larry Flint impression. I did all right there. All right.
You're welcome, Jason.
All right. So in number 7, Sheep with an exclamation point.
That's a real magazine.
It is. It's from the Sheep Growers. It's a Sheep Growers magazine from Wisconsin.
Okay.
Number 8, High Society.
High Society. Mm-hmm. It's a mainstream, normal.
You going mainstream normal?
Yeah.
Sorry, it is a hardcore porn magazine.
High Society.
High Society. It's actually
been... It's not the one about pot then, huh?
No, that's High Times.
damn it.
Yeah. No, High Society is a hardcore porn magazine that was started back in 1976. Was unsuccessfully sued by Margot Kidder and Barbara Streisand for unleashing some nudie pics back in the 70s of them. So, yes, High Society porno. Number 9, Mayfair.
Mainstream.
Going mainstream on that. Mayfair is the UK's version of Playboy.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of went porn on that, just because Playboy shows the titties. So I
Yeah,
went porno
Playboy's
with that.
porn.
Yeah,
It may be like soft core marshmallow porn now,
it's s'more porn.
s'more porn. Ugh.
All right, finally, number 10, Slam.
Swam, that's porn.
No, sir, that's a basketball magazine.
God damn it.
You did, 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
70%, sir. That is all right. I
passed.
I honestly thought you were going to get them all. I honestly did. It was those last 3 that kind of threw you. But
Yeah.
no, 7 out of 10, sir. That's not bad.
I passed.
Good on you. Good on you. Good job. All right, and so finally, as we whittle our way out of this second segment here, this week on Quad M's Soundbite of the Week. Now you're aware of the National Foosball League.
Yes.
Okay. So we had opening season. We had opening day or opening weekend last season or last week.
Yep. All over Facebook.
Oh, you bet it was. And the final game of the week was probably one of the worst games ever played by a team in forever and a day. This really, I did not feel bad that I did not watch this game. San Francisco beat the now Los Angeles Rams 28-0. And the Rams' possessions went as such: punt, 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 interception, punt, 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 turnover on downs, game over. I mean, these guys, they had 10 possessions and 10 first downs. For you, it doesn't really, these numbers don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, basically, this game
28-0.
fucking sucked. This game was horrible. And it wasn't like the Niners were doing any good either. I mean, the way the Rams were playing, if the Niners were a good team, this should have been like a 72-0 blowout. This should have been like Madden level hell, okay? But at least one entertaining thing came out of this. And it was covered fantastically by this guy has been a long time football covering pro by the name of Kevin Harlan. And he was doing the radio play-by-play for Westwood One. And a streaker happened upon the field.
Okay.
And most of the time, you're going to get that crazy, hey, there's a wacky guy running out there. He's all naked, and he's coming across. Kevin Harlan handles this like a pro, and it's fucking awesome.
3rd and 4, looks into the nickel of San Francisco in the secondary. Hey, somebody has run out on the field. Some goofball in a hat and a red shirt. Now he takes off the shirt. He's running down the middle by the 50. He's at the 30. He's bare-chested and banging his chest. Now he runs the opposite way. He runs to the 50. He runs to the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes. The 20. They're chasing him. They're not going to get him. Waving his arms. Bare-chested. Somebody stop that man.
Here comes the blue coat.
Oh, they got him.
Here comes the blue coat.
At the 40-yard line.
Might as well have fun with it, huh?
That was the most exciting thing to happen tonight.
I tell you what, that was a great call on your part. That was a great call.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
Now, Kevin, let's go.
Look at the surrounded this man like he is.
That was good.
Like he's robbed a bank.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
He got a whole lap in
before
they got him. I mean, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Some guys will just do the haulers. Kevin Harlan handles this like a pro, and probably, like he says, the best play of the night. The only time that entire evening he probably started going, he's at the 50, he's at the 30. It just had to be a fucking streaker doing it, that's all. All right. So we will go ahead. We will wrap this second segment up. We will be back with Reddit Fun with Jason and picks of the week. This is the Quad M Show. Stay tuned.
Bye.
In a city where corruption rules the streets Only one man can stop the serial killer known as the Blood Bandit. James Kurt, a former police officer turned private investigator, must race against the clock to stop the madman before he achieves his ultimate diabolical goal. When JK's brother Alex is thought killed in the line of duty and mysteriously returns with no memory of his past life, the stakes are raised even higher. Enigma, the comic book series from QUAD M Productions, written and illustrated by TJ Damon, with colors and effects by Jason Vickers. Enigma. Order your copy at quadmproductions.com today.
Hello and welcome once again to TJ's Bowling Scores for the week. I'm Connie Leemgus. This week Maronus Maximus rolled a 165, a 148 and a 154 for a 467 series. Good job, shithead. Your lack of skills and intelligence will always keep you shy of 500. TJ's head is so far up his ass he can chew his food twice. TJ claims to be a self-made man. Nice to see he's accepting all the blame. Well, time to hit the old dusty trail and let you get back to the show. I'm Connie Leemgus. Fuck you and good night.
Welcome back to the third and final segment of the QUAD M Show. Once again, we are your hosts. I am TJ.
I'm Jason.
And this segment, as always, is brought to you in part by Deeply Dapper. Hey, you're looking for that one-of-a-kind gift for the geek who has it all? Maybe a little something out of the ordinary for yourself? Well, look no further than Deeply Dapper. Ranging from The Walking Dead, to Doctor Who, to Labyrinth, to Star Wars, and well beyond, Deeply Dapper has it all. From original art prints to metal flasks, handcrafted light switch plates, and key hangers, all based on your favorite Nerd World properties. Visit the online store today at deeplydapper.com. That's deeplydapper.com. Deeply Dapper, better living through tentacles. And now he's got those enamel pins out, and I know he's putting those online too. He's got a couple of really good ones. I really like, he's got like the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yep.
But he's also morphed it into the old NES Power Glove. That's actually pretty cool. You know, the guy is a freaking genius when it comes to half of that shit he does, man. There's a lot. I'm jealous of him.
He's a pretty creative fucker.
Yeah. And then he made the post where he's not going to be on Facebook, so there's some shit going on. But then of course he's flipping you shit too. So you know.
He always makes those posts. I'm dropping Facebook for a while, then like 20 minutes later, here's my donut with...
here's a picture of my road traveling food. Oh, you know what's better than road traveling food, though? Reddit fun with Jason.
Yeah.
It certainly is. All right, so, good sir, what does the Hive Mind have for us this week?
This week is... We're digging up the old classic of Yo Mama jokes.
You can never go wrong with a Yo Mama.
You can't, and they're always so funny because they're classics.
Well, and really, there's nothing funnier than... You know, it's one of those things, there's nothing funnier than insulting somebody's mama, but nothing will get you slapped in the... punched in the mouth quicker than dissing somebody's mama.
All right. So yeah, we got some Yo Mama jokes supplied by Reddit. So and
game on.
So I kind of selected a random spot way down the thread, and then we're going to work up to the top post.
Ooh, it's like a countdown.
Yeehaw! Yeah. We're starting off with Crazy Auto 87 says, "Yo Mama's so fat you have to roll over twice to get off her."
That's a wide mama.
This is from Michael P270. "Yo Mama is so dumb she tapes paper on the TV and says she's watching pay-per-view."
Wow, okay.
"I like to eat hot dogs," says, "Yo Mama's so dumb she threw a rock at the ground and missed." Buzz Crab says, "Yo Mama's so dumb she thought a quarterback was a refund." Alcubier says, he's got two. "Yo Mama's like a bowling ball. finger her 3 times, throw her in the gutter, and she'll always come back for more.
And?
And your mama's like a brick, dirty, flat on both sides, and always getting laid by Mexicans.
How is that not number 1?
Because this is from Phoenix Tallow. Says, your mama's so fat, she don't fit in this joke. Pumpkin Rum says, your mama's so fat, even Dora can't explore her. Yo mama's, this is from Spunk Bunkers.
Spunk Bunkers.
Spunk Bunkers. Yo mama's so fat. When she was sitting in the middle of the road, I tried to drive around her, but ran out of gas.
Diabetes.
Ramses the Pigeon says, your mama's so dead, even the necrophiliacs are getting bored of her.
God.
Indeed. See, we're getting some updates, right?
We're getting
Joe, man, that's the nastiest thing.
Your mama's so fat. This is from J-Potle. Says, your mama's so fat when she goes to the beach, the whales coming out of the ocean and sing We Are Family by Sister Sledge.
We are family.
Koro Uzuki says, your mama's so old, when I told her to act her age, she died. This is from X5A1312E Wolf X. Your mama's so fat that when she walked in front of the TV, I missed 3 episodes. Deluxe Flame. Your mama's so fat, gravity got tired. Guero Bear says, your mama's so fat she needs to use latitude and longitude coordinates to wipe her ass.
front to back, one of the rare broadcasters.
Warful says, your mammy is so fat it takes her 2 trips to haul ass.
Yeah, that's an oldie.
Yep. Your mama is so fat she needs serious medical attention.
What kind of joke is that? Your mama is so fat she needs to go on a diet.
Spicy Mayo J. Simpson says. Yep. Spicy Mayo J. Simpson says, your mama's so ugly, people break in to close the blinds. Captain Nate 77 says, your mama's so fat, when she got on the scale, it read to be continued.
One at a time.
Jimmy Tendix says,
Jimmy Tendix. You know, I met him on the res.
Jimmy Tendix says, your mama's so poor that when she goes to KFC, she has to lick other people's fingers.
Ew.
Your mama's so fat. This is from Harishk99 says, your mama's so fat that when God said, let there be light, who moved your mom out of the way? This is from Tigga for Life says, this is one of my favorites.
Tigger for life.
Tigga for Life 22 says, this is one of my favorites. Your mama's so fat, when she goes camping, the bears hide their food.
There, thank you. Okay. Now we got some good ones. All right.
Okay. And the number 1 top of the thread.
Oh, this is number 1.
This is from Chill Balls says, your mama's so old she has a separate entrance for black dicks.
Wow.
Down.
Holy bejesus.
Whoa, look out, look out.
Welcome to the racist episode, kids. God damn.
Yep. Number 1. Chill Balls said that. Quote, Chill Balls.
We're just quoting him. That's not us.
So there we go. Updated Yo Mama jokes.
God.
Consider yourself armed and
armed.
Are armed and on your way to the HR office.
Not safe for work. Oh my God. All right. Well, with that being said and a lot of type of shit, picks of the week. Mr. Jason, sir, do you have any picks for us this week?
No, I don't. I forgot about that because I was like excited about getting ready to go camping this weekend.
Oh, sure. Well, there you go. There's your pick of the week.
There it is. Yeah, camping this weekend. That's my pick of the week.
and of course, now going with the buddies, I'm expecting, a full dose of comedic reporting.
There's going to be debauchery.
We're
going Friday night, Saturday, and
come back on Sunday.
And Sunday, yeah. And what is it? I think it's Sunday. Sunday there's some sort of football game Sunday.
There's lots of football game on Sunday.
I want to say, is it the Cowboys versus the Redskins on Sunday? Is there that game?
I'd have to look. I'm not up to date. I don't pay attention to anybody else's schedule but my own. So, to sit there and say because okay, here I know that, Thursday night game, whilst we're speaking, Jets and Buffalo are playing tonight, Thursday night football. But beyond that, the only other game that I do know is the Falcons are playing at the beloved Raiders. Other than that, I have no idea who else is playing what. Used to be a time when I was doing the football pool and I was doing the fantasy and all that type of stuff that I was up to date. I could quote that to you, but I took this season off. I just really didn't. I wasn't feeling it, for doing the football pool that I've been doing for like the last fucking 15 plus years. And fantasy, I don't like fantasy football just because I like to be able to sit and enjoy the games as opposed to worry about what everyone else is doing. So, but yeah. So, anyways, you got to get back in time on Sunday for football action.
Or see, I understand that the plan is that they're going to go watch the football game and then come back camping. I don't know if it's on like a Saturday or a Sunday.
No, it'll be a Sunday.
Sunday. They don't play football on Saturdays.
College. Here's your standard going. Okay. Normally, this is kind of the normal. Now there are weeks.
There's no NFL game on Saturday.
No.
Okay, it's got to be Sunday then.
Yeah, it'll be Sunday. Because basically the way it always works out is your high school games are Friday nights, college football is Saturday, NFL is Sunday.
Great.
There you go.
I already know too much.
That's your generalization right there. That's your generalized take on it.
That's more than I needed. I mean, before that, I knew there was like East Coast, West Coast, and
yeah, it's like the Biggie Tupac wars back in the day. East Coast versus the West Coast. Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, my pick of the week for the week this week, Telltale Games has put out some quality stuff. If you folks. I'm sure a lot of you have already had the chance to try it, but they were the ones that kind of released the point-and-click Walking Dead game for mobile apps like tablets, phones, and that type of stuff, and really a fun game. And again, they come out in episodes. So like when the first one comes out, you got episode 1, then episode 2, and a kind of continuing story. So it's almost like a serialized video game, right?
Huh. Okay.
Well, Telltale Games is releasing Batman: The Telltale Game.
Okay.
And so episode 1, I believe, came out, I want to say in August. Episode 2 is coming out and it's available for all mediums, whether it's, phones, Android or iOS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, the PC. You can download these things. And the next game comes out September 20th. But this week they're actually releasing what they call like the season pass disc, which if you purchase the disc, it's like $30. It allows you to be able to just download the games. So you're buying them all in one shot and you can just download them as they come out. And the game itself, it's centered around, obviously it's centered around Batman, but you get to play as both Batman and Bruce Wayne through certain story segments, whatever they may be. And like I said, it's more of a kind of a point-and-click adventure. Like the old school, like, say, Sam & Max games or Full Throttle. Did you ever play any of those old computer LucasArts games?
The point... I hated those fucking games.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the LucasArts ones were so good because the humor, they were so funny.
I just hated playing them. I didn't click. Yeah.
Well, then this may not be for you.
Nope.
But anyways, as long as it follows that mold of the Walking Dead series games, this is going to be a real fun game. Quality action, the animation on it is spectacular. I really love the look and the feel of it. Really kind of a cell shaded type of a look. Animation with that cell shaded coloring.
Sure.
So it's beautifully done. The voice acting sounds fantastic. And the way the commercials and the teasers on it are presenting it, it almost seems like this is going to kind of almost be like the intro to Two-Face. Because it's got Harvey Dent as a young DA, and you got Falcone, who's out there, trying to be the fucking evil, manipulative, corrupt gangster. So I think that's the way they're going with it. But it looks to be phenomenal. And, I'm one of those kind of guys that I like to get those type of season passes to where I can get all that shit in not so much, the one shot, but not have to continuously drop the ducats every time the shit comes out. So my pick of the week for the week this week, Telltale Games, Batman. Check it out.
Okay.
All right. So, good sir, is there anything left to pimp, promote, propagate, or pander for this week? Fantastic. Well, that will wrap it up for the Quad M Show for this week. Hey, guys, don't forget to subscribe, rate, review us on the iTunes and the Stitcher. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and also follow us on the Twitter. Until next week, this is TJ.
Jason.
And we will see you guys later. Take care.
You've been listening to Quad M Show. Copyright 2016, Quad M Productions. If you have any comments, questions, queries, quibbles, concerns, or just have something funny to say to us, feel free. Email us at quadmcomics@gmail.com or send us a tweet at quadmcomics.
So the kitten at home likes to play a lot, roughhouse and play a lot.
Right.
And I thought I was being tricky by basically teaching the cat the only time it's like playtime, like rough playtime, is when I put gloves on.
Okay,
which I thought was a good idea, because the gloves protect my hands and stuff.
Well, sure. So
anytime anyone puts on any pair of gloves,
it's playtime.
It's playtime. I realized the error of my ways when the neighbor gal was over visiting mom, and she was getting ready to leave. She goes to put on her gloves, and the cat was on her like stink on shit.
Oh, it's time for me now. Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're laughing so hard, but you're a little bit sorry on the inside. But still, you're like, oh my god, that's fucking epic.
I have taught you well. All right, let's get this shit underway, shall we?
Okay.